Good morning, this is Penny, Keeping It Real. And to start off with, I want to thank you if you're watching this because it gives me a reason to get up, put a little bit of makeup on, brush my hair, get out of my pajamas so we don't feel so depressed as sit-at-home workers or moms or homeschool moms, which all three of the above. So I jotted down a few things on this piece of paper and I wanted to just quickly go through it because I feel like without a foundation, anything you build on that platform will crumble if you do not have the foundation solid and the walls solid before you put the roof on. So this isn't a haul video. This isn't about one particular platform, but this is something you can use in your everyday life, relationships, your spiritual walk, your financial walk, your business, your community, your family, your marriage. So I'm hoping that something here clicks with you. You may not get all of it, but if I can just put one little nugget into your mind today and into your heart so that you can become better entrepreneurs and parents and all over better people. Start off with, use what you have. Don't go out and try to rent a building, get all the fancy equipment. Start out with things that are very usable but cheap, that they're accessible to you and they're cheap. Like you can go get a piece of poster board from the Dollar Tree that's $1 to use as your background. Go get $1 tape to measure things with. Go find some 50-cent stuff at the thrift shop. Start slow. Start small. Don't try to go and go rent an entire storage when you've only got a handful of stuff. So be very wise with your money. Be very wise with your resources. Start out with what you have. You have a smartphone? Use that. That's all. I take my pictures on my smartphone and I list on my smartphone. So you don't have to have anything expensive or extravagant. Our library is having a fill-a-bag sale for $1 on books. So I thought, I can probably 10, 15 books in a bag. So, I went and utilized that way right now. You don't have to go out and buy $20 and $30 items from Marshalls and flip them like some of the resellers do. They probably have the resources to back that up should it fall through, and then they can just get their money back. But I will always probably use the Bible to kind of give you some analogies, because like a farmer will use a farmer's crops to teach you things. But the Lord said to Moses, what is in your hand? And he said a staff. And so he used the staff to part the Red Sea. So I'm asking you today to use whatever is in your hand. Don't go buy fancy equipment when you haven't even started the job. Okay, don't share all your sources because there is greedy people. This is point 2. There is greedy people out there. There's jealous people out there. And if you go and share everybody in your town what you're doing and where you're doing it, I'm not asking you to lie, but don't share everything. As we all know in the Bible, Joseph shared his dreams and his brothers did everything they could to destroy him because of jealousy. So point 2 is don't share with everyone what you're doing. And even some resellers, don't give all their tips and tricks away on YouTube. Okay? Then you're going to say, what do I sell? What am I supposed to sell? Start out with, what do you enjoy? What is your hobbies? What could you see yourself doing? If you don't like men's clothes, then don't go buy up a bunch of men's clothes. If you don't enjoy being around books, do not sell books. Find your niche, Find what makes you happy. Maybe you like appliances or phones, cell phones. Maybe you like accessories. Maybe you want to sell belts and hats and jewelry and things like that. You can even hone down to just ladies' shirts. They're easy to photograph. They're easy to take measurements. So what do I sell? You sell what you enjoy. Where can you get it? Your next question. Make sure that what you do enjoy, if you're in a little country town and you're looking to sell something that's boutique and there's not a boutique around, you want to be able to source where it's plentiful. Don't try to get into something when if there's no books in your town. Don't go sell books. If there's no toys in your town that you can get, no thrift shops or anything like that, then you may have to go on to eBay and other places and wholesale dealers online and get your items. So make sure that whatever you can buy, whatever you decide to sell, make sure you can find that cheap, and make sure that you can find plenty of it. Bell's Outlet's a good sourcing place. Go on there and go dot shopping. I did that for years, just on their dot shopping. Go and find clearances at JCPenney's and, Cato's. They have amazing sales. You may not be able to flip it, but for maybe 3 times your money, but start somewhere. And then where do I sell it? Etsy's going to be good for your homemade stuff, your antique stuff, your vintage, things like that. eBay is almost everything. Mercari is almost everything. And Mercari now has a shipping to where if it's like a stroller, you're like, oh, I can't buy the stroller. How am I going to ship it? Well, you can ship for $20. Just drop it off at your nearest FedEx. And from what I'm understanding, they will package it and ship it. You just have to print out your label or have the code number, and they'll print out the label and everything. Okay, so make sure that whatever you decide to do fits into the puzzle that works best for you. Don't overthink things. Don't over stress things. You're at a garage sale and, well, I'm only going to do Betsey Johnson. Well, I'm saying that because my sister had told me that one time. And I looked at her and I said, sis, is Betsey Johnson really a big thing in our town that you're going to be able to go to the garage sales and find it and all? And she's like, well, it just would be a really neat thing to do, to pick up Betsey Johnson here and there and sell it. But is your store going to go broke? Is your store going to get empty? You got to make sure that whatever you're selling, you will have enough to fill your inventory. And then don't try to list 100 things in one day and then get burnt out and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do this again tomorrow. Just sporadic. And they say that's better anyways. Even on Mercari, I've heard someone say, list 5 things, wait a couple hours, list 5 more things. Don't list them all in one setting. Kind of sporadically do it throughout the day. So I hope that this little tidbit and nuggets are something you can chew on today. Just don't go overboard. Don't go in debt. Don't go bankrupt before you've even had a chance to start your business. This is Penny, keeping it real.